I want to talk about something that people get confused, and it's got a lot to do with feeling in control or needing to control things or feeling like you're actually in control. And there's a difference between having things under control and being in control, or having the illusion that you are able to control things or people. And you are most certainly able to have things and people under control, much like you can have a situation under control. But the illusion of having things to your control, or being able to control things or people to your favorable outcome, is just going to exhaust you. It's going to confuse you, and it's going to deter you and waste your time. And it's so important in times like these, and especially outside of times like these, that there's no such thing as controlling a situation or another person. You can't control what someone else does. You can't control what other people do to that person. You certainly can't control the market. You can't control things that have so many different variables that flow into them, that change. Holding on to that idea and that belief is just going to deteriorate you and your spirits. But as opposed to having things under control or having people under control, that's a much better way to think about it and much more achievable. Having people under control, say you're a business owner or you're a manager of some sort in these kind of times where things are very chaotic and uncertain and businesses are starting to shut down. Yes, your common person or your coworkers or your employees, they're going to freak out and they're going to panic and they're going to turn into a state of chaos. However, you as someone they look to either plan a schedule or for certainty around pay or certainty around support or what have you, they need to look for you for not only answers, because sometimes we as managers or owners, business owners, don't have answers. But what we can do is have a certain mindset and a certain expectation on what we're going to do in case of, or if this happens, then this happens. And for right now, this is the case kind of thing. Having contingency plans and vocalizing to your party that you're responsible for that you've got things and people under control. You just have things under control. That ultimately puts the people under control, and how you get them to trust you and how you get them to believe you is you actually have things under control and you have contingency plans, or you have some sort of navigating advice or reference point that people can hold on to and they can feel more comfortable knowing. So that's having people under control. Then having things under control is obviously going to be like your house. What's your household look like? Are your kids in order? Is your house in order? Are your bills in order? Are you making sure that you're not falling behind? What are your contingency plans around falling behind? What if this happens, then this happens? All of that thinking needs to be done and had, and the conversations need to be had with the significant others or the people involved. And you have things under control. And when you put things under control and you've got your people under control, then everything's under control. You're under control, and your emotions are under control, and your actions are under control, and behaviors and everything else that really matters in this critical time is under control. You're not controlling it. There's a difference. You're not controlling people and what they do and how they come to you for money or support, or to cry about their job, whatever. You can't control what anybody does, and the same thing goes with things. You can't control how things go, what the outcomes of things are. You just can't control it. So start thinking of, how do I get things under control, as opposed to how do I control things, or I'm afraid that I won't be able to control something. Let that go. The fear is real, but let the illusion of being able to control anything go. If you get things under control, the fear will dissipate.